I haven't seen Quas play much of it either, so that is a question for me in terms of what is prioritized.
I'm pretty sure they've been playing it in scrims because, quite honestly, you don't even need that many games on him. He's not a very complicated champion. Once you get down your initial opening combo, then you pretty much just keep spamming any ability that comes up, and you're good to go. And chase them. Don't forget to get some moves in there. You have to get
click forward and pretend you're playing Sona. Got it. All right, we're good to go here. LeBlanc, Money, and Alistair all banned away. First pick Gragas, though. Going to continue the trend of 100%, and Ryze is left open.
All right, so strong jungler, all-around jungler, gives nothing away here for NME. Very, very versatile first pick. Being on blue side, they don't want to give away any of their solo lane matchups quite yet, although they are guaranteed to get counter-picked in one of them.
Absolutely. Now, it is worth pointing out, this is the first game of 3 where Irelia was not banned against NME eSports. The Hecarim now gone away from him. The Rumble is something that Quas is happy to play. Those are the 2 champions Flaresz has played so far, so we might see that champion come out.
Yep.
However, all the Team Liquid things they really care about, FeniX is Cassiopeia, FeniX is maybe Azir as well. Those are right open.
Yeah, definitely a lot left on the board. As far as jungle as well, even though they NME eSports banned 1 jungle champion and first picked 1, there's plenty for IWillDominate to go to. Been a big fan of Rek'Sai, big fan of Nunu as well, so he's completely fine. And there's the Ryze, though, they were talking about. And I don't know, I really thought it was going to get banned almost every single game. Let's see what NME have, because all the teams are very well aware of the state of Ryze right now. So if you let it get through, you have something to counter it. And that is, hard CC, silences, maybe we saw Cho'Gath a little bit. He still does have a weakness to that Irelia that you talked about. She can close on him early. He's still squishy early. It's just that, basically, if you want a TLDR of why Ryze is so strong right now, his level 16 power was moved up to level 6.
Yep.
So
he just kind of perma-roots
on both his passive and his ultimate, pretty much the value of those from level 16 was moved all the way up to level 6. So he gets really strong a lot quicker, and he could pull off those machine gun moves a lot earlier. Irelia, though, especially if she does get some early jungle support, you gap close on him, he's still squishy early.
And Gragas is one of those best early game junglers with some hard crowd control to really make sure that maybe Quas has a hard time. I do want to actually preface that there's a chance we see Ryze mid, just because we haven't seen it yet. Ryze used to be occasionally mid laner or top laner. FeniX still has not picked his champion for sure.
Very true.
So this is what could almost be a blind pick Irelia.
If you're gonna, pull out all the lane swapping, we've seen Irelia mid.
That's true
as well. So that could easily just match the lane swap.
Oh, unfortunately,
if Baker did it, I can do it.
That's true. We saw Nuke Duck do it and nearly win with that as well. The 2 sit and play support Irelia, so 3 lanes for Irelia in this year in Fresh to Play.
All right. That one, though.
I mean, one of the most varied champions in League of Legends right now in competitive. Either way, NME eSports do have to pick their mid laner as well as their AD carry. They know they're facing up against Kalista Thresh. Team Liquid got a lot of champions they really want, and it's mid. Varus here for innoX. No Kog'Maw, but how about the attack damage version?
So that's definitely going to be the top lane Irelia then. Varus in the top lane would be a very, very scary situation for him. Team Liquid, I already like what they've set up here with the 2 very, very strong threats. So enemy won't be able to just focus one. We'll have to see how the poke does work, though. I like, Varus with Gragas as well as Corki. This is a very early spiking poke squad because Varus, he spikes so much earlier than Kog'Maw because it's a basic ability he relies on for his poke. You don't have to wait till level 16 to get that huge spike. At level 9, he's got his maxed out arrow, and you're just trying to pile on items after that point.
Exactly. It's just a matter of getting your Brutalizer, Last Whisper, Manamune in there, and sometimes that just comes in a bit faster than level 11 Kog'Maw. Team Liquid make their last choice. Looks like the hover is on Azir after all, so just a very sort of normal team comp for Team Liquid. Big team fighting mid laner. Piglet gets to be on a playmaker, Xpecial gets to make plays as well, and Quas set up to carry. Any one of these guys could take over the game for Team Liquid.
Definitely, and that's been sort of a story for them when one of the lanes, either bottom or mid, starts lacking in one of the games. Somebody picks up the mantle. Week 1, it was Quas and IWillDominate comboing for a huge carry for Team Liquid. We'll see what they do this time around because Rek'Sai has got his choice of lanes to go to. Her choice of lanes.
It's true.
We talk about early game pressure junglers. Gragas and Rek'Sai here, two of the best.
Yep.
So it's all going to be about the early jungle pathing and who could get their carry ahead. I would definitely place my bets on the Ryze Irelia matchup just because that is the most volatile matchup on the map.
Absolutely agrees. Even in long lanes, you can run people down if they get even farther ahead. Looks like the crowd's getting ready for the game. We're getting ready as well. We get to see just how fearful these champions really are. The first time we get to see Ryze here in North America. The first time Flaresz has been allowed to play Irelia. And a whole bunch of fun things coming out here. So, what are you thinking? This game is going to be a whole bunch of fun. I'm taking it.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just like amped up. I don't get to cast the first game of the day very much, so I'm just like more energetic than normal. Either way, guys, the teams are heading onto the Rift. Head over to Twitter. Let us know who you think's going to win. Tweet hashtag NME win or hashtag TL win to @LML eSports. Speaking is hard.
Phreak's all hyped up on Mountain Dew. I'm at you like a spider monkey.
I haven't drank soda in like 3 weeks, actually.
Oh, nice. I'm proud of you.
Thanks. Here we go, guys. Game 1, day 1, week 2.
Let me drink some Red Bull, get on your level, Phreak.
Nobody can get on my level. That's how it works.
All right, let's see. Yeah. So, if you have more questions about Ryze, the Mana Crystal start is definitely a thing of the past. Scales, has plenty of AP scaling on him now. Ooh.
Oh, innoX winning the trade against FeniX early on.
No joke.
Flask eaten.
Setting the tone right off the bat. All right, so yeah, this is another look for innoX. Yes, he was a very early adopter of the AP Kog'Maw mid, so they've definitely been a fan of mid poke style champions for a while. I haven't seen him play Varus.
Oh yeah.
But they're after that. Was it 10 gold?
Yep.
Trinket Ward?
10 gold for Trashy. That's going to mean very little in the long run, but it feels great.
I'm really curious, actually, since they all rushed out and only got defensive wards up. No deep wards to see lane swaps here. So I'm curious if we will even see the matchup between Ryze and Irelia. Because right now, Xpecial up on the top side, so it looks like they will opt for a lane swap and try and get Ryze to level 6 as quickly as possible. Just because, well, yes, you still have your passive you can rely on pre-level 6 to pull off, you know, the semi-automatic machine gun style of Ryze. Once you get your level 6, that move speed boost to chase people down ensures that they cannot run away from you once you pop your passive.
Well, as you talk about Ryze leveling up, he has started the Wolf camp himself. He ranked E at level 1 for the area of effect clear. So Quas going to do some of that. innoX meanwhile trading with FeniX. These guys already battling back and forth.
Nice skirting around the range of the Sand Soldiers here for innoX. Yeah, Ryze, you pretty much always start E. It's so strong early in lane. Some people even put 3 points into E, or 2 or 3 points just for laning phase, and then transition over to W. But a lot of people also just maxing W straight up for the permanent incarceration once you get level 6.
Well, right now, NME eSports going to go ahead and jungle the right-hand side of the map. We just a little while ago saw Xpecial look for the blue buff on the left side. That didn't happen, though. Quas puts a defensive ward, teleports to his lane. He's going to start leeching experience. And, as my voice clears, NME eSports will get 2 buffs, as will IWillDominate in the near future.
Yeah, let's see if they decide to go for the risky dive here. Because even if you have a ward, enemy can still shove in and try and cut you off. Gragas could try and cut off the exit route for Quas. And Irelia heading bottom. They have 4 people bottom side. If you mess this up, though, and you give a kill to Ryze early on, it's going to be really rough. They're going to try and take advantage of his low base stats, though.
Ward over the wall by
Running for the hills.
Gets spotted, and Quas going to hide very far back. Trinket over the wall will not spot anything. That ward certainly does. He's all aware of this.
Yeah, he's just waiting for reinforcements. By the time, you know, Dominate gets here, they'll actually be well equipped to take the... Oh, a little bit too early.
Trying to take the fight before the rest of the team shows up. Flash, body slam comes in with a knockout from Dominate with some turret shots as well, and Trashy goes down. First blood comes in, Quas battling Otter. A nice hook from the backside, Bodydrop with the Ignite on Quas, won't get the kill. Otter the second drop as well, and Dominate to run away. 2 kills, maybe make that 3 as Flaresz tries to dive with the turret, gets Root prisoned up. 3-0 Team Liquid.
All right. So we said if this goes poorly, if you execute this poorly, then you're going to have a really rough game. You don't take that chance. Quas even gave them a warning shot. All right, FeniX is going to be next in the line for the train, able to get out with the dash. But man, Quas even gave him a warning shot firing off the E to let him know, I have a ward here. I've seen you for the last 15 seconds. We probably have a plan for dealing with this dive, and enemies still go for it.
Trash is going to lose his Raptor buff. Xpecial's going to zone him off his own ward.
Can he?
Oh, yeah. Hold on, though. Yeah, you're right.
Buff.
Xpecial does have Flash, but a whole lot of damage coming through. He's trying to get away. Flashes the wall. Yeah, he's fine.
All right. Xpecial not backing down from a fight over a ward. They're very important to support players.
Flash reward, I guess that's worth it. I feel like it's not.
Just because they gain so much early game, it's not going to be too big of a deal. He did use up 3 people's time. We'll see if he ends up paying for that. Yeah, see, not only... All right, well, you pretty much know the story here. Basically, the biggest mistake is Trashy flashing into turret range. 1 turret shot, 2 turret shots. Dominate jumps on the opportunity, by the way.
3 shots.
Good job, yeah, 3 shots. Dominate jumps on the opportunity, so good job by him reacting to the bit of a misplay there. But man, the cleanup is brutal. Quas also just sort of baiting in here, chugging his potion, and he has a shield. Flaresz, I guess he did not have E up for that all in, but definitely the move of a desperate man there.
All right, well, great lead for Team Liquid. You know, it's, I think he'll live, maybe? Xpecial said that they were worried about the early game maybe a little bit, but that they expect to beat NME eSports. Well, with an early game like this, Team Liquid has to feel very confident they're going to take this game home.
Definitely. They have so much scaling. Ryze, Azir, Kalista all look pretty good for them. We'll see how they do the mid game, though. Definitely need to transition this early lead into some extra ward coverage so that Dominate... Oh, here comes Dominate, speaking to the Rek'Sai herself.
Oh, almost in range of the Rune Prison. Flaresz turns around, gets hit up. 1 more spell! Oh, won't quite die, but Flaresz won't quite die.
Passive not quite charged there for Quas. You can check, by the way, how close he is to popping his passive. The new icons around him, around his feet. You can see once he gets up to number 4, his next spell will trigger it. That's also why you see like Hunian guys earlier in the EU LCS just throwing out random Qs every once in a while to keep up their stacks.
Also of note, Quas has not gone towards tier just yet. Typically the Ryzes, I see rush tier the Goddess get it stacking early on, but he's looking at like parts of Catalyst first.
True. Guess he was aware that NME are not afraid to go for early dives, wants a little bit extra maximum health so that he can survive any shenanigans. I still think that he will, turn that into attack, Catalyst, go Rod, go tier. But you're right, we'll be delayed a bit.
Let's see, as we go ourselves. That's true. Those are a lot of really good champions.
Dumbfounded.
First pick Gragas definitely is strong, but you're right. Right now, the duo lane of Team Liquid, despite being slightly down in items, as Piglet hasn't backed, doing a pretty good job of winning the 2-on-2 here.
Yeah, and this lane, Thresh, Kalista, it's so hard to punish this lane. Even if you wanted to try and focus Piglet in this game, bringing jungle pressure just seems so futile. As a jungler trying to gank a Thresh Kalista lane. All right, well, here goes the double hook-ins.
A lot of damage dealt back, but it looks like Otter wanted to get away off the back, so Bodydrop nearly living up to his name. Low on health here. Dominate coming back with Quas. The movement speed looking for Flaresz. They're going to probably land the root into the knockout. The passive is on a whole ton of damage, and the tenacity that Irelia gets, not going to be enough. 4th kill for Team Liquid.
So, about that Ryze Irelia matchup, yes, that's going to attract a lot of jungler attention. Finally does pay off here. Dominate sticking to the game plan, returning to bottom lane, as it were. 1 versus 1, and they're able to take down Flaresz again. What a start for Team Liquid. The only thing that they might be a little bit sad about is that Quas didn't get the last hits for any of these kills.
It's true.
So he will be a little bit delayed, but very, very happy with the way the early game is going.
Even with mostly assists, he's still sitting on more gold than FeniX and practically as much as Piglet here. So you can't be too bad or too sad if you're Quas right now. Even individually, he's up like 1,000 gold over Flaresz. So this matchup definitely feeling good for Team Liquid.
You know, as they say, things could always be worse. Things could always be better as well.
That's fair. That's fair. Team Liquid could be 18-0 right now. Now, wouldn't that be great?
There you go. All right, but honestly, this is going to be a arduous path back to even an even game for NME. It's going to be very difficult for them to work their way back in this one.
All right, let's see how they do it. The game certainly isn't over. It's just one with an advantage right now. Trashy looking for a lane gank, has snuck through the brushes. But as soon as the wave pushes out, Quas just recalls back. He's very cautious about this. He's one of the top laners who has very good sense around when he might get ganked. Yeah,
you can also tell, you know, how strained NME feel right now. Trashy going for that lane gank onto a lane that Ryze is double the CS of Irelia. He's going back to purchase right now, so he's going to have a huge, huge advantage in that lane. If for any reason IWillDominate is on the bottom side of the map or even has a tunnel there to teleport to, that gank gets turned around on you. You get destroyed in the 2 versus 2. But he's got patience. He knows that they have to make this work or else Ryze is going to get out of control. So go all in for it.
Stays the entire time. Still has flash. Gets knocked back into the team. There's the 2-on-1. Quas gets the shield. He flashes backwards. And Flaresz starts running away. He turns on a Trashy instead.
So imagine if that was 2-on-2 Phreak.
Oh yeah, they'd be dead. Like last time.
This is Ryze in the current state of the game. Pop his ultimate, gets the AoE off.
Flaresz tries one more time. He's 2 hits away from getting the kill. The body slam lands. There's the kill picked up, and Otter's joined to the fight. Summoner heal used to keep Trashy alive. The lantern pulls out IWillDominate.
Yeah, maybe that was a bit of hubris from Quas. He started up the re-engage or the bait before Dominate actually closed the distance. So that's a huge win for NME. When we talk about the steps that they're going to need to take to get back in this game, that was definitely a welcome kill down bottom.
We'll see how many more steps it's going to take for NME eSports. Right now they sit down about 4,000 gold in this one. No global objectives gained. That's just farm and kills. In fact, every single lane winning in farm right now. Making sure the Team Liquid really are feeling great early on. Flaresz will lane swap to the top side to face Piglet. But that's nearly Bloodthirster versus just components worth 400 gold here. Flaresz can't feel good about this matchup. And you're seeing the kind of damage he's taking. Great hook by Xpecial. This could be a kill on a Bodydrop. Top lane turret dies to Piglet in the meantime, but nothing picked up on that bot side. Bodydrop can feel safe.
Let's see how they swap this back, because if they actually leave the lane pushing... Oh, good. They've got it pushing towards Quas, so he can feel fairly safe on the Ryze. You really have to protect him now. You know, he does not have flash. And NME have decided to start focusing him. Still sitting on mostly mana items, so there is a possibility of, you know, chain stunning him, 100% to zeroing him. But, you know, anytime the counterplay to a champion in the game is just stun lock them from 100% to 0.
Yeah, that's good luck with that one.
That's a strong champion. All right, Bodydrop and Xpecial trading blows.
Play box, a lot of auto attacks. Bodydrop forced to flash out the box, but here comes Dominate. Flash knockups too. Bodydrop puts the ult down to only stun up really 1. Still drops down 1 for 0 again. Team Liquid farther ahead.
All right, Dominate again. Another move down bottom. Still the ward coverage here.
Oh! Yeah.
What was that? We need to replay the health.
8 health.
Like, all right.
That's my guess.
You sounded so confident. I thought you saw it.
I saw regen to 11. So
definitely single
guessed. Yeah.
But the ward coverage here for NME is obviously going to be lacking because they have 0 map control, but they need to try and get some defensive ones up at least. Right now, they're just taking gambles of, you know, the move, going for risky moves in places they just hope that Dominate is not on the map. That's really, really hard against Rek'Sai because she, you know, has the global, can jump across to where she pleases. Dragon number 1 does go down.
Thresh is at 4 health, by the way. I got that one wrong. Thank you very much, guys in the back, for telling me the number. But yeah, so first Dragon comes through to Team Liquid. A lot of leads everywhere on the map. We don't watch the mid lane much, but FeniX has been getting very far ahead of innoX. This Varus so far not doing a whole lot in the matchup. Just trying to farm what he can from range.
And if we are talking about vision there, we can critique Team Liquid a little bit. They have such a substantial lead right now. They could very well shore up their vision very easily, especially around that mid lane you just talked about. Make sure that NME don't have any windows back into the game. They're leaving it a little bit askew.
And we'll see. Maybe Team Liquid will make him install Mac OS instead. Get rid of the windows here. Here comes the engage. Xpecial looking for Bodydrop. Oh, does not quite stop the anchor toss, but Fate's Call might help. Bodydrop knocked up. Gonna get locked down. Piglet to get the rend kill. There we go. 6-1 Team Liquid just everywhere on the map.
Yeah.
IWillDominate is there killing someone of NME eSports. And now innoX looks for the play.
Whoa.
Can't let the banana engage. There comes the flash knockback, and Ryze is here. The first kill that Dominate misses. Great plays by FeniX and Quas.
Surprise. Quas is in town. Shoved up the top lane there. Move down mid. Take down the turret. All right. Time for Team Liquid to close the noose. Outer turrets first on the docket.
That one's down quite low. This bottom one as well. Otter's got nowhere to run to. Bit of a fish out of water, gets knocked down. Piglet takes him out. And that bottom outer turret sure to fall. Now Dominate finds Trashy. This man's also really in the wrong spot. Jumps over the wall, and he's gonna stay alive.
That was a stretch, Phreak.
Yeah.
An otter is not very close to a fish.
It's a mammal.
Not very close at
Much
all.
like Otter the player, also a mammal.
There, all right, there's your connection. Great. But honestly, yeah, even with wards, there was nothing you could do against a Rek'Sai lantern gank over that wall. Really, really, really tough situation for the entire team. All right, so FeniX a little bit off on the drift there to the side, but doesn't matter. He has all of his summoners available. Oh wow! Tried to
flash
jump
away from Quas. Yeah.
Can't even get over the wall there. Soldiers doubled up.
And that was the first time we saw those mid laners fight, and it wasn't a fair one. Good job, Team Liquid, though. There's the fact that everyone on the map is running around so well and making great calls. And again, they find Bodydrop once more. TP comes in from Flaresz, the CC onto Xpecial, who can just get Fates called out. It's a bunch of wasted damage. Flaresz getting targeted, might get picked up. Piglet gets one. Now the re-engage from Bodydrop, but Quas has joined in the fray, and it's going to be more kills coming through. They do knock down Rek'Sai, but a second kill for Piglet. Make that another one for Quas. Xpecial trying to get away from Trashy. Does get the kill, so at least 2 picked up for NME eSports, but Piglet gets 3, Quas gets 1, even FeniX grabs one for the cross-map ace.
As predicted, this is going to be one of the strongest stops of the North American LCS so far. Team Liquid, off of that early misdive from NME,
yeah,
into probably the worst area on the map for them. Really, really difficult for them to come back from this. Not to mention, Team Liquid with such great. Whew. How does he follow it up, Phreak? Dash, dash,
he presses keys on his keyboard. WEQ.
He's just waiting for the cooldown for his Sand Soldier dash again. What's it called?
Arise, shifting sands, and then E is. I'm gonna hover over it and figure it out.
You already said it, shifting sands.
Oh, it is. Oh, the other one was conquering sands. Oh, okay.
Makes sense.
Emperor's divides the ultimate. Didn't look that one up. I just. My job is to read off champions or something.
Piglet currently 6-0, by the way.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Stat line there.
He wasn't even part of those first 3. He was chilling, farming top lane monsters.
Yeah, we were so focused on the bottom lane. Piglet here. Let's see if we can pull off a 1 versus 2. I like it.
He walks into him.
I like it.
And they don't even fight back.
Oh, the odd job strafe.
Jeez. Oh, gosh. Now Piglet on the chase. He did get the rend reset, by the way. So Bodydrop.
Take him on, Piglet. Keep going. All right.
Wow, what a pansy. I would have fought that.
He's just waiting to even the odds here. Special's got his back. Time to 2 versus 3.
gotta say, even the odds is a cool term. Because they both refer to numbers.
that one was at least better than the fish out of water referring to an otter, which was ridiculous.
It's an aquatic animal, at least.
All right, turret go down is pretty quick. Summon a shoulder on top of it. Nice little chunk there. Blue buff on the Azir. Siege is easy. Skirmishing is easy. Pretty much everything is easy for Team Liquid at this point. And man, we talked about, you know, oh, last split, Team Liquid, they had a 2-0 start. You know, this time they again had a 2-0 start, but people are questioning the strength of schedule for them. This again, NME, one of the new teams that came into the league. However, this game has been, you know,
they're most convincing by far.
Definitely, the execution this game has been much better for Team Liquid. So.
Oh man, and speaking of execution, Bodydrop might get to walk about 4 paces before flashing the wall and still dying. 15-3, second dragon picked up, 3 turrets as well. Very few things are going well for NME eSports this game. And practically everything well for Team Liquid.
Yeah, Team Liquid definitely feeling good about themselves so far this split. Piglet already up to the Bloodthirster plus Runots as well, so.
That's early.
You can definitely go for poor odds as far as taking, you know, pretty much any fight that enemy decides to throw at him.
Alrighty, so 11,000 gold lead at 20 minutes. One of the biggest disparities we have seen in the NALCS and in competitive League of Legends as a whole. 20-minute Baron could be a thing. I mean, pretty much anything, as you said, right? All the objectives are easy, all the skirmishes are easy. The question is, what does Team Liquid do with this kind of a lead?
Exactly. Move up your vision, control neutral objectives very easily. I mean, they have the option of going for sieges with FeniX, but they don't even need to give that opportunity for enemy to get a miracle Gragas ultimate that, you know, might knock one person under their turret. As long as they just control the map.
Well, they're going to control it through Baron. Scuttle Crab respawns. Ward gets put down. Specials in the brush, though. Hooks up Otter. Goodbye, AD carry. Flashes out. Does stay alive for now. Fate's call. Maybe to re-engage. Baron's been picked up already, so the rest of this fight is with bonus attack damage and ability power. There goes the kill on the Nautilus. Knock up once again onto Otter. Xpecial quite low, but wow, innoX gets the kill to IWillDominate. A 1-for-1 so far. Flash engage. There's the dodge. Flare's now getting locked up only on a Triforce and Boots 1. More poke coming down. The team trying to disengage. Team Liquid only get 1 kill. Oh, take that back. Piglet is legendary. Nice kill for him. Maybe a turret too.
All right, definitely a turret. Let's see if they decide to recall, because their waves are not pushed up very far. So just going to take the safe route here. Everybody got chunked fairly low after that. Yeah, not ideal giving up the kill on Rek'Sai, but got Baron, got 2-for-1. Pretty much as expected there for Team Liquid. Now that they do have Baron buff, their siege much easier to pull off. They could actually split very effectively as well too.
Yeah.
You know, push several lanes at once with the Baroned up minions, just because they are so strong.
And with all the threat that Rek'Sai, Azir, Thresh can kind of project, even the Ryze route, the wave clear options get a little bit worse. Normally, innoX can charge a Q and knock down minions decently well, but with all the fall-off damage of Piercing Arrow, he can't even kill the caster minions very easily, let alone the fact that the melee minions just take 80% reduced damage from champions, so actually knocking the minions off the turrets is already a difficult effort for NME eSports.
Yeah, it has to be a combined effort from Trashy and Otter as well, lending what they can to try and take out the minions. Looks like the focus will be bottom. 1-3-1 initially from Team Liquid, but everybody making their way down to knock out all the outer turrets first, clean up all the global gold there for the squad. Yeah, finish the game out cleanly, get more fantasy points.
All right. If you're running Team Liquid, it'll be a lot of points for these guys. Just put the wards down, make sure that Piglet's not getting flanked, and the rest of the team joins when he does reach the turret. Now to the inhib turret, but you're seeing the risk aversion of TL. They don't get much damage on that structure just yet. Yeah. They're letting Quas push top him because he's uncontested here.
Yeah, nobody can 1 versus 1 the Ryze at the moment, and even a 2 versus 1 is a fairly scary situation.
You saw it before, they didn't even win. All right, one more attempt now, and you can see, again, playing pretty safely until they see Irelia join the top lane.
All right, so all-in prospects from NME. Trashy has to get an amazing Gragas ultimate to split the team and get alone time with one member of Team Liquid under the turret. Then maybe they could pull off a kill and try to hold. Barring that, Team Liquid, pretty standard here, trying to close the loop.
Well, Baron buff's timing out on this wave. This is the last chance they've got the buff, and actually it times out right now. Here comes Bodydrop to the front line, hooked in. A lot of damage dealt. Xpecial is low, but Fate's Call keeps him safe.
FeniX low.
Ooh, low health on FeniX indeed, but they can't get the kill. Quas stuck in the top lane, pushing things down. And slowly but surely, the turrets are losing more and more health. Team Liquid aren't losing any kills, and they can recall, heal up, and take Dragon 3 in a minute.
All right. Just going to back off. Got all the outer turrets that they were looking for. Increase the global gold lead there for Team Liquid. And the standard execution. Now, looking forward for this team, they've definitely shown that they can carry from all three lanes, especially by their champion picks this game. I mean, well, if you're going to get the option to pick up this strong of carry champions from all three lanes, of course they're going to take it. But definitely showing that all three of these lanes want to be the carry for the team. And we'll see if later on in the season, if that does start to cause any problems, you know, if they have to, if there's a game where they have to actually fight over CS and they can't freely farm all three lanes, and you get to that mid game where you only have a couple choices of, you know, 1 or 2 free lanes of farm, do they decide, who do they decide to give it to? Because FeniX as well definitely wants to be a point man for this team.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so funny seeing how little FeniX has done for team fights. He's been stuck in the mid lane, just pushing minions down. He's been part of 2 of the 17 kills. Just like everyone else is winning. It's like my favorite solo queue game. I'm just farming and my team's winning in every single other lane. Show up for team fights. So Dragon number 3 going to be easily picked up by IWillDominate and Xpecial as the rest of the team runs around the map. The red buff respawn. Maybe Piglet goes for that first. Seems like TL happy to take their time, grab everything off the map. They've seen games be very hectic before, and there's no bonus points for winning fast. They've indeed cleared their entire jungle away before moving on the other side of the map.
Yeah, in fact, there are bonus points for winning by collecting everything on the map and winning slower, I guess, if you're looking at fantasy.
One of those completionists.
Yeah.
They got to grab like all the gold skill chulas.
Conquer the world. Well, from NME's perspective, though, they're probably still thinking about that level 2 play, the very opening minutes of the game where they decided to go for the dive even after Team Liquid basically alerted them that they knew what was going on.
We've seen that play, though, go well and badly. Sometimes they zone out the other 3, and it looks so good.
So you can chalk it up to just that mechanical error of Trashy getting, you know, flashing, body slamming just a little bit too close to the turret, and then Dominate being there for the knockup to ensure he took 3 tower hits. Yeah. If they didn't take those 3 tower hits, then yes, it could be a completely different story. It definitely wouldn't have been
as bad,
you know, an all kill for them. But probably gonna have to revisit that one and, you know, shore up at least the clarity of shot calling for this team.
Well, they've got another match tomorrow. We'll see if NME can fix those mistakes. Right now, though, Team Liquid just kind of... This is basically what sort of 5 vs 0 League of Legends would look like if you were to play the game like sort of strategically and like cut off all the escapes. NME eSports not really contesting anything because they can't. I'm thinking at this stage of the game.
True.
Right, the last 50 minutes have been Team Liquid sort of like anyone aspiring to be a shot caller can go watch the VOD and like watch all the word placement and be like, this is what a team should do if you never get opposed. All these wards, all these rotations, this is what Team Liquid will do without opposition.
Just methodically cleaning the map of all resources.
Yeah. I mean, there's like, what would be the in for NME eSports at this point? They can barely get farmed together. Both jungles being farmed by Team Liquid, all the neutral objectives going to them. There's just there's no inroads.
Yeah, pretty much. Hotshot's got the right idea. Does get a little bit hard to watch when you have that big of a lead. You feel bad for the underdog at that point.
Man, Dom didn't even need Smite to last hit that Baron. Burrowed Q took it.
Grats?
He outlast hit Ryze, man. I'm just saying this is how good Dom's mechanics are. I'm just saying at this point.
Yeah.
I'm making up fake storylines.
I like it. You are digging deep. Stretching.
Isn't it cool how FeniX picked an avian champion?
Let the crowd take that one. Are you going to compliment him on his arrow dodges now? He's dodged 2 in a row, Phreak. That's all you need for a line.
I don't.
2 points.
Oh,
all right. Let's continue on with the split push here. 4-1 here for Team Liquid.
Ooh, Dominate a bit close to the enemy champions, but he's so tanky he barely even cares. Doesn't even register the damage.
At what point do you decide to go for a tower dive here? Because Dominate's getting pretty tanky. He's got the full tank Rek'Sai going.
Yeah, I just feel like there's actually so much crowd control, like Varus ult, Gragas ult, you can totally screw that up. Like, no matter who's the one who gets isolated, you can knock Azir and Kalista back, and then Rek'Sai is alone. Like, she is going to die under an inhib turret. Now, I do think there's room for a bit more, like, Azir presses W once in a while to knock the turret down. I think these turrets could definitely die fast.
Hello, Phreak. You could buy an Ohm Wrecker.
You could buy an Ohm Wrecker. Oh, man. It's true. Gives health and armor. And
if you are this far ahead in gold, buy an Ohm Wrecker.
Oh!
FeniX! You can do that.
That's like a Messiah status play. He burned like 3 ults on himself. I mean, he didn't use Flash, and now Varus ulti's down, so what are those good, like, counter-engage?
They show just how strong their team comp is right now. You can make a mistake like that and just, Zhonya's and wait for a Lantern to get out perfectly without having to blow summoners.
Dom almost got knocked into the turret. The explosive cast was used, but he stays alive. But you're seeing the defensive power of enemy esports. The fact that they're just playing slow and methodically and waiting for TL to go into them, you're seeing Liquid actually have to respect that. But Dom recalls, ults back into the fight, and it's like nothing ever happened.
All right.
This might be the wave.
4 hits on that turret, let's say, if Azir is there.
Well, that wave had 0, and FeniX is still running around the map. Various sides find some damage into Flaresz, but gets poked back out by innoX.
Yeah, honestly, the enemy squad, they talked about their mid-game poke from these guys. The Corki, Varus plus Gragas is strong at defense here, and since they were so far behind, their mid-game basically is now.
Yeah, all the power spikes have come in for enemy esports,
they're
guys.
so behind on gold.
They're down 19,000 gold.
All right,
here comes the engage. Couple of hits onto the turret. That will be it being picked up. 5v4 inside the base. Bodydrop gonna get locked up there. A stun on a Piglet, but is there enough damage? The AoE root from Varus not doing enough to keep the team alive. Inhib will get killed. Some poke from enemy esports might not do nearly enough here. Flash hit from Quas. Finds innoX, takes him down onto Otter. That's the 3rd kill of the fight. In they go to the base. IWillDominate crests 10 assists.
Leave it at 420. For Piglet. Don't kill anybody.
Oh my gosh. Well, we'll see what the rest of enemy esports does in this one. Trashy's up at the front. There's the flare. There's a whole bunch of damage. 421. FeniX will get his first death of the game. Flaresz gets on the scoreboard with the 2nd kill.
Dominate.
That's going to be GG, though. 5-21, 5-22. Team Liquid, in a dominating fashion, take down enemy esports.
What is this?
Everyone has shoes.
Yeah, what?
Should I just, like, take mine off right now? Will that make me cool?
I'm down.
All right, here we go. I'm going to unlace.
I don't like wearing shoes anyway.
All right. I got boots on. Do you have, like, sneakers? Oh, you got boots, too. Okay. Good to know. Either way, though, enemy esports putting up a valiant effort, but Team Liquid 3-0 to start the split out. Certainly the kind of start you would want for your team, not losing. Who would have thought?
All smiles there from Peter as well. And you have to say, Peter, good job in Champion Select.
Yeah.
Being able to come away with that squad.
Yeah, it was strange seeing some of the picks come through.